Hello and welcome to Endurance Explorer episode 10, into double figures now. We're just packing for this weekend's adventure, which we're doing 2 days on the coast to coast, the Wainwrights coast to coast path. So we're going to start in Kirkby Stephen in Cumbria and walk to Richmond in North Yorkshire with an overnight stop in between. So day 1 will be 20 miles. Day 2 is around 14 to 15 miles. So we're just packing now, we're at home, getting our stuff ready for an early start tomorrow. So I'll show you what we've got. So I won't go too in depth with the kit, I won't bore you with all that, but just show you the basics of what we're taking. So I'm taking a 25 litre Osprey bag with a little chest pod. It's an extra 3 litres just for some snacks and some easy access stuff like Winnie's bowl. And then each of these, I've got my first aid kit which takes on all my adventures in case me or Grace or Winnie get injured. Spare clothes, so I've got my waterproofs and just spare mid layer, spare base layer. Map, compass, spare laces, just a bit of safety gear. I'll take my poles. And then that's what I'm wearing tomorrow. So I've got my hiking gear, my waterproofs to start because the weather gods are not on our side this weekend. Saturday looks very sketchy and Sunday looks alright. But yeah, the longest day looks wet, so you can't let rain get in the way of a good adventure. Grace is taking her Montane race pack.
Montane Gecko.
What litrage is that?
Oh, 20 I think, I don't know.
20
it's
litre
small.
Gecko. What have you got in there?
I've got no dry bags because it turns out I've lost them all somewhere. So I've got makeshift dry bags, which is a Tesco bag, and these bags, which are not dry bags. I've got Winnie's dressing gown. Got some snacks in here, little side pocket. Some poo bags for Winnie, not for me. A whistle. This is the all important whistle. What else have I got? Oh, I've got key, some toilet paper, in case you need an outdoor wee. Winnie was here.
Grace has packed all the essentials, as you can see.
Winnie was here.
Yes, Winnie.
She's coming too, but she's gone now. We've started filming because she's camera shy.
Are you coming?
Come here.
Doesn't like the camera.
Come here.
All packed and ready to go. So that is us ready for an early start tomorrow. We set off at 6:15 tomorrow. We're going to drive to Richmond, leave our car there. We've got a taxi picking us up at Richmond to drop us at Kirkby Stephen.
No one steal it.
Please no one steal it. And then we drive, the taxi takes us to Kirkby Stephen, and then from Kirkby Stephen we walk to Surrender Bridge, which is it's about 19 miles from Kirkby Stephen. At Surrender Bridge then we just drop off the route a mile to a friend's cottage close by that are kind of letting us stay overnight, which we'll need because we're going to need to dry off. And then on the Sunday we're going to walk from that cottage back up to Surrender Bridge, and Surrender Bridge to Richmond, back to the car and drive home. Which has just reminded me we need a spare pair of clothes for the car when we finish.
Oh yes, yes we do. And towels probably.
Yes, so we're going to pack that now. But we'll see you in the morning, ready for a good day of hiking, maybe swimming, see how wet it is. Morning everyone, it's 5:30 in the morning on the 7th of June. Today is the day we start our 2 days on the coast to coast path. So I'm still at home at the minute, I'm just walking Winnie. She's just having a quick toilet break before we set off driving to Richmond to drop the car off. So luckily we've got this little nature reserve at the back of his house that we can walk around just so we can leave us out before we go. Yeah, Grace has just said to me, oh, at least it's not raining yet. Don't think she knows we're starting this walk about 100 miles away from here. Just sorting the essentials out, making the coffees for the journey. Grace is sorting her trusty walking boots out. Setting off in 5 minutes. Winnie's helping Grace tie boots because she can't do it herself. Putting the trusty Keens on. So we've just arrived in Richmond and put our waterproofs on because the rain has come, as said. It's not as heavy as it says though at the minute, but that can change. It's on and off all day. We're just waiting for the taxi to pick us up. We've got 15 minutes to wait. Paid for us parking, which was £6 for all day. So I've paid for all day today, and then I've downloaded the Ringo app because tomorrow when we wake up I'll pay for tomorrow then. So it'll be 12 quid for parking for 2 days, which isn't too bad. It's a big car park. It's got toilets but they don't open till 8 and we both need a wee.
Yeah, 20p for the toilets, but they don't open, it says shut. There's a disabled toilet that's got a radar key, which we don't have, so I tried to open it with 20p by twisting lock.
Grace tried to break into the disabled toilet.
I need a wee.
We're breaking laws before we've even set off.
But you don't open with 20p either. You actually need radar key for this one. That's annoying.
No wheeze for us. So we've arrived in Kirkby Stephen in Cumbria, rainy, and we are setting off on our walk now. We've got 20 miles lay ahead of us from the first trip.
The coast to coast!
To the coast to coast. 9 standards first, which is a nice climb to start off. It's a new post, isn't it? So, heading down here now. Winnie's got her waterproofs on too.
Roughwear, sponsored by Roughwear.
We are not sponsored by Roughwear.
But we could be.
Wish we were. We got a taxi from Richmond from Amalgamated Taxis, which I do recommend. Stephen were great. Got us here in half an hour, which was fantastic. Yeah, pretty easy process. So just a hard bit now, 20 miles to go, and we'll film what we can.
This is nice.
Beautiful start. You've got 108 miles to go.
Pardon?
You've got 108 miles to go.
Golly gosh.
Grace and Winnie have come very colour coordinated today with all pink and purple going on. Whereas I look like an absolute amalgamated mess here. Got green, red bag. It's not a fashion.
It's called Amalgamated Taxis.
It is. It's not a fashion parade though, is it?
We are 1.3 miles in and already changing our clothes.
That's what.
It's absolutely boiling. We've walked up a bit of a hill, some inquisitive cows at the bottom, but luckily we don't have to go through that field. And then
Sweated.
Dash is getting changed and we've got some sheep coming up, which Winnie will love. Winnie's still got her coat on there.
So we're about 2 miles in and we're just climbing up. We've come up the road to we've come up to 9 standards rig now and as well up there, but just for information, if you're doing it, you've got to go different routes at certain times of year just for erosion control. So obviously we are on the red route now because it's June, so it shows you on the map, but if you do a bit of research beforehand you can find that out and it tells you on all maps anyway. So I've already put that into my GPS, which route we're doing. But yeah, just in case you're thinking about doing it, just remember that you do need to go different ways at different times of year. This looks like it's the new flagstones that have been laid to help erosion. It were funded by Natural England, I think it said on the sign down there, but making walking a little bit easier. We've just come onto it. Very nice. So we're just over 4 miles in today, and we've just got to the summit of the 9 standards rig. Pretty cool. 9 of these cool stone pillars, look like wizards' hats. We've managed to stay dry up there, but we are getting chased by rain behind Grace. Can you see the sheet rain? That is following us up the hill, so looks like people in Kirkby Stephen are getting wet. But yeah, that's pretty much a straight climb up from Kirkby Stephen straight up to the top of here. It's just a constant climb. Yeah, we've done nearly 1,700 feet of climbing in that first 4 miles, so yeah, it's a punchy little start, but we've stayed dry. I think we're going to have to zip up as waterproofs and maybe get his rain covers on his bags now though, because that looks pretty nice. The rain has arrived. Yay. Raven Sea, that's us. May to July. There we go. Unfortunately we've had to come off the cushy stones, but still here ready to be laid by the hardy volunteers that will be doing it. I mean, and what an immaculate job they're doing. The path up from Kirkby Stephen to the 9 standards rig was so good because it was these. A great job. Must be getting dropped in by helicopter and somebody laying them. What an effort that is. You can see them for miles, these piles of stones. Very helpful. Oh, just coming back onto the path. Thank God for that. That is a boggy section when there's no path there. Thank God for the path. Whoop! It's Grace approaching the path. On to Keld. To Keld. We are about, we got 7.5 miles.
Yeah, 7.42.
Yeah, about 7.5 miles in. We're currently dry. We're just moving towards Raven Sea now, which is a tiny, tiny little hamlet in the middle of this Dales. But our taxi driver wasn't sure if there was a little cafe there, which I don't know about Grace, but I could made her a cup of tea.
Ooh,
yes. A cup of Yorkshire tea. So I ended up a bit underfoot since that boggy section further back, which was a bit of a nightmare, but Winnie seemed to enjoy it. So I've noticed that we're only 8 miles in, 2 hours, but it's very well signposted. I mean, they all look brand new. Must have been funded recently. We've got it on GPX and we've got a map of it. We haven't needed it because every turn and every point there's a nice new sign. Handy. So I think we got sold a dream there at Raven Sea. There wasn't a cafe in sight anyway. There's some picnic benches though, so maybe there is and we just didn't look hard enough, but only a cluster of buildings. So. But we're only, I think we're just under 3 miles from Keld. So I know there's a cafe there, so we're going to stop and have a nice little cuppa and a toilet break at Keld. About an hour's walking to go. You can just see somebody's just run past us. That is the first human we have seen in 9.2 miles. How long have we been walking?
We've been walking 3 hours, 17 minutes and 11 seconds.
First person we've seen for 3 hours. Whoa! We're halfway there. 10 miles down, 10 to go. We're just in between Ravensea and Keld. Grace's dream motor. A beautiful place. The River Swale is in full flow today. Yards. Could do a not drink. It is siling it down now. This is the heaviest shower I've had so far. Winnie's not loving life now. Hates the rain. Hopefully we can get into this cafe and have a cuppa. So I think we're a bit wet to go into cafe, but get a wipe. We've come to the tea rooms a little bit further down, hoping that we can get a little cup of tea. Looks good.
Much needed.
Just stopped for his dinner in Keld at the toilets. Classy. A bit of shelter, and we didn't want to eat our own food in the tea rooms. But it was a lovely cup of tea. Winnie is sharing. How are you doing?
And he's just having some beef with Seabrook, made in Bradford.
Favourite flavour, isn't it? You're on calories in, aren't you?
Winnie loves crisps. Oh, but it's not like that. 10-second rule.
So we just had a little stop at Keld there. We stop at Keld, the Rulkins campsite, which is here. It's got a little tea room. Lovely little stop. It's only small, and we managed to go at the same time as a Duke of Edinburgh onslaught. A lot of kids in it, but we got two cups of tea and a slice of cake for £6. You can't go wrong with that. And there's a toilets up the road which are a bit of a shelter, so we've had his dinner there. Well, Keld was a nice stop, 11.5 miles in. We've got 8.4 left, and away we go. Winnie's tail is back wagging, which is always a good sign. Interesting dog walk. I mean, Grace is cheating. She's driving rest at way. She doesn't know she's going the wrong way. Distance there, you just got Springer Gill, the old lead mine. This is probably in the hillside there. Really cool. Here come the ladies. Hello, yo. We've just come to the top of the climb after Keld, up past Gonna Swill, is it? The lead mine that I showed you. Punchy climb after you, didn't that? It's a tough old scramble, and we've got us waterproof on, so we're a bit warm, aren't we, guys?
Boiling. Absolutely boiling.
We drop down now, and then we climb back up again, but that's his last climb at day. It's not as we don't drop down right to the bottom, so it's not too bad.
14.1 miles.
14.1.
And it is 5 hours 7 minutes since we set out.
Not too shabby, eh? Nice little path, beautiful views now. Swaledale. Look at them. The current bunnies in the sky. The sun. Up next on the Yorkshire Tour of Mines, we've got Blakeithwaite Smelt Mine, which is the ruins that you can see down there. We're just dropping down to that, up that little zigzag path there, and over that.
Be like me.
Trail snack essentials. We have finished our climbing for the day. Woo. Hallelujah. On the watch we've got 3.5 miles left, so we get to our accommodation for the evening.
Just over a park run.
Oh, just over a park run, easy. We're all nice and dry, with 2.5 miles to go, and it started raining. Classic. Grace is fuming.
I am fuming, yeah. I'm raging at sky.
So we're just crossing Surrender Bridge now. The water is in full flow. Grace gives the stats.
So we're 19.33 miles in, 6 hours, 54 minutes and 34 seconds.
Flying. So we've just come over Surrender Bridge, I've just shown you. So we're leaving the coast to coast path now, because that's down there, that carries on to Reeth and Richmond, and that is where we'll rejoin route tomorrow. That's where we'll rejoin the route tomorrow. So we're going up here and to our accommodation at Low Row for the night. This might be a lovely downhill finish, but the fact we've got to do this tomorrow morning to start is an absolute killer. That is something I'll worry about tomorrow, because this is steep. 100% gradient. We've got some restarters day on tomorrow. Fantastic. Now I won't take much convincing for a pint of black sheep, I'll tell you. Punch bowl in. I do it. Finally arrived at our accommodation. Oh, look at that, beautiful. We are showered, changed, just having a couple of beers watching the England game. Oh, we're tired though. We'll sleep well tonight. But yeah, we're staying at a friend's cottage tonight in Low Row. Anne and Pete have kindly said we can stay here. It's not something they rent out. They just let people stay here, close family and friends. So we're very grateful that they've let us stay here because it's nice to get a shower after a day like that. And which showers we've had today, we're drying all the stuff out. There's a bit of an airing cupboard, so we've got stuff in there. It's nice just to relax when he's enjoying it. So we've got a bed for the night. We've got a steep climb to start with tomorrow because we dropped down a really steep road here, as I showed you earlier, but it's worth it for stopping in such a lovely place. I won't show you around because it's not really our house to show. It's not like an Airbnb or all that. This is somebody's house, so it's not really ours to show, but it's beautiful. They've had it, got a little book that tells you about it. So they bought the cottage in 2015 and did it up for 5 years and completed it in 2020, and it's stunning. Did a really good job. It's a little mid-terrace cottage in Low Row in Springer Spaniel, so it's beautiful. So we just watched the England game and going to have some pizzas for tea, which Anne kindly brought up for us last week, so we didn't have to carry them with us. So a couple of pizzas in the oven, another beer. I think it'll be an early night ready for tomorrow. Oh, blind, we've earned these today. Yes! I can't show you much at the house, but I will show you a view. Look at this beauty. Whew. Not only have Anne and Pete let us stay at their house for the night, but made us a gingerbread and a flapjack. Smashed loads tonight, and we're going to take the rest with us tomorrow for some fuel. Amazing. Morning. It is Sunday the 8th of June, and we're on day 2 of our little coast to coast weekend. So we've woken up, we've had some crumpets, and essential start today is a good coffee. And Anne and Pete obviously know a good coffee because they've got a very smart coffee machine which we are trying to learn how to use. Grace is doing her best. When he had a good sleep, didn't you, Win? She's not had a breakfast yet though, so we're going to give her that before we go. Yeah, day 2, so we've got 14 miles to do today, back to Richmond, back to the car. Not as difficult as yesterday, not as hilly. And hopefully we can get a bit of something to eat in something in Reef, which is only an hour away from here, an hour and 15. So yeah, Grace is struggling with the coffee machine.
We've got coffee out right there.
Yeah, it looks great.
In case you're wondering, it's a sheep.
I can see it. Grace is just smashing a professional barista made coffee.
Second coffee of the day.
And what are you feeling for day 2?
So I'm feeling alright. I had a bath last night, and so it's my aching, weary legs. I'm feeling alright now.
Good.
Just need to get my socks on, My boots on and
we've got to repack our stuff because we got it out to dry last night. So that's the next task before we leave.
But it looks like a sunnier morning.
It does.
The garden looks lovely.
It does look nice. Look at that beautiful garden.
When he's waiting to go. Raring.
When it can't wait. Day 2 essentials. The red ambulance, the calories. The sun has come out for day 2. Skies are looking nice and clear so far. So day 2 has begun. We are just leaving Low Row now to make our way up the really steep 25% climb back to the coast to coast path where we will rejoin where we left it yesterday. 40 mile ahead, back to Richmond in the car, and so far the sun is out and we both wish we'd packed our sunglasses, which is a contrast to yesterday, but it's looking beautiful. Grace has got the poles out early doors, powering up the hill.
Yeah, I don't know at the start of the hill yet.
So yesterday, after 20 miles, we came off that path. We went down and up there. So we've just come back down there, back over the bridge, back up to where we finished yesterday, and now we're heading back on the coast to coast path and to Reeth, which will be our first little comfort stop today and get some provisions. The Yorkshire Dales in all its glory this morning. So we're just coming into the village of Reeth. What's the stats for the day, Grace, so far?
You what?
What's the stats for the day so far?
We're on 4.52 miles and it's 1 hour 31 minutes 30 seconds since we set up.
There we go, so we're an hour and a half in. Nice warm up. We're going to just stop in Reeth now, see if we can get something to eat, a bit of a top up on our crumpets, and get another coffee because Grace's barista skills were questionable. So yeah, we're going to stop here, see what we can get. The Two Dales bakery is closed, not off to the best of starts. We could be in luck. The Copper Kettle Kitchen looks open, has a sign that says open. If they do a coffee, I'm going to be very happy.
I'll have to double check just so on our breakfast menus all on
Happy woman.
Sorry.
Ooh, just what we needed, that lovely stop. Got 2 coffees and 2 banging butties, and we are back on our way. So We've got, what did you say we're in? 4.8ish?
4.81.
So 4.8 miles, so we've got about 10 miles left. We get a shift on now, and then we've got a few more villages to go through. Fremington, Marsk, Marrick. So yeah, we'll get some more film and see you soon. So these that we're hiking up now are known as the Nuns' Steps according to the map. We've just come from a priory further down, which is now an outdoor activity centre, so this was obviously the way the nuns used to take. It's quite a climb. There must have been some fit nuns. Now there's a bit of English heritage, a good old fashioned BT phone box. Still working. They are rare. We've got a wardrobe malfunction.
In case you're wondering why I'm walking like a horse, it's because my sole's coming off, which will obviously make them less waterproof, which is ideal.
Into the village of Marsk. Back on the route. Grace has had we've fixed her up. She looks like a clown now. And my little red ambulance has burst in my pocket. So this is wet through and all my coat's sticky. Not ideal. That is the destination. So, about 10.5 miles in now on day 2. About 4ish left till we get to Richmond. We don't pass through anywhere else really now. Marsk is the last little nice village, and just footpaths now back to Richmond, I believe. Definitely been easier going today. It's not as technical terrain. We've come off the moorland at like Reeth, and then it's been over like farmers' fields and bridleways and public footpaths since then. So definitely easier going today, and we're moving a bit faster. Although we went at a good pace yesterday. Weather's been better too. Nice and sunny today. Managed to keep my jacket off for most of the time. Oh yeah, last stretch now. Old flappy boot behind me's tucking into a flapjack. Courtesy of Anne. Thumbs up, a thumbs up. They must have had some funding recently, because as I've shown you along the way, there's all these brand new posts look cool with the Alfred Wainwrights little sign off on it, which is cool. We've just been talking, me and Grace, about how well signposted the route actually is. There's absolutely loads.
You don't actually need a GPS, do you, really?
Nah, that's what I was thinking. Like, if we'd have set off from Kirkby Stephen yesterday without his GPS on his watch, I think we'd have been pretty confident of finding his way, wouldn't we?
Yeah, it's really well signposted.
So yeah, if you, I don't know if your nav skills that up to scratch or you're worried about that side of it, don't, because you're pretty sure you can find your way just off how fantastically signposted it is. But yeah, not too long left for us to go today. The sun is down now, it's getting pretty warm. But we're dedicated to the layers.
Yeah, not changing now. Ain't got long left.
Winnie's on patrol. What do you think to this, Win? Cat's crossing.
Where?
Not ones. Looking for them. Where's these cats?
Where the cat's at?
The view of Richmond bench is a belter. Just on our final walk now, you can just see the Richmond in the distance. Looking beautiful. Not too far. And then we've completed our 2 days on the coast to coast path. Winnie has smashed it. So we've arrived back in Richmond after 2 days of walking. Statistician.
We're on 14.88 miles today, 5 hours, 3 minutes and 58 seconds.
5 hours, 3 minutes, nice. So, yeah, that's been a best part of 35 miles over 2 days and about 14 hours-ish of walking. And we're back where we got picked up from in the taxi early hours yesterday morning. That's been a fantastic 2 days.
And we've beat the rain today, I think.
We have.
Wow, it looks
Oh goodness, yes.
Oh, goodness me.
Goodness gracious. Thank God we beat that. We've had the sun all day. We could have lobbed sun cream on today. Yeah, we're back now. Hello.
Sven.
Hello, Sven. We're back. Winning out well-deserved pints.
Pints of water. Down it.
So that is the day done. We're home, we have had a takeaway, we have had our showers and in our comfies now. It's been a cracking 2 days. Done 35 miles with around 6,000 feet of elevation. Kirkby Stephen to Low Row. Quite an isolated little section that if you're doing it, just take your provisions, take enough water, enough food, because there's only Keld on that stretch really. Obviously if you're going at right time on right day where the cafe is, there's no shops or all like that or any honesty boxes or where you can get anything, so just make sure you've got enough for that stretch because it's pretty isolated. It's a tough little stretch that one. Then today Low Row to Richmond, that was better for provisions. It was a different terrain, so you came off moors and farmers' fields then and paths and bridleways, but reefs are pretty busy little gaff. There's a few cafes there, pubs, shop, so you can stock up there, and you're not too far from Richmond, which has got loads. So yeah, really enjoyed it. We're feeling it now. We're gonna have a few beers. We smashed a takeaway and we're just gonna chill tonight. Looking forward to getting back out and doing some more of that route, and hopefully get the full thing smashed off in a oneer later in the year, which is why we are wrecking it, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. Winnie has also had a bath and is now snoozing. We've got one tired dog.
She's clean and tired.
Thanks, guys. Please like, subscribe, tell a mate, tell your mum, ask her to subscribe too. Thank you.